At least we can now bounce significantly. My guess is short term, you're going to get back here to this kind of level right here. This is around 25. And if we're really lucky, maybe we can test this 30,000 level right here.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Daily Crypto. Today we have Gareth Soloway as he discusses the recent crashes in the cryptocurrency market, the causes for them, and the potential results on its price value. Gareth Soloway gave a Bitcoin price level forecast and how a $20,000 Bitcoin price could fall down to $12,000 in a couple months' time. Bitcoin's price has plummeted dramatically in recent days, in what seems to be one of the biggest falls of the year. The whole cryptocurrency market has suffered greatly as a result of this 70% market fall, and if market indications are to be believed, the worst portion of the crash is still to come. Following the Federal Reserve's decision to hike interest rates by 0.75% and a week of dropping value, Bitcoin's price fell below $20,000 over the weekend, its lowest level since December 2020. Bitcoin has risen back beyond $20,000 by Monday, June 20, gaining roughly 6% in 24 hours. Over the previous week, the top cryptocurrency has traded in a rather narrow range between $19,000 and $22,000, as crypto and stock markets have struggled to recover any significant upward momentum owing to a larger sell-off. Gareth discusses why he feels the Bitcoin meltdown isn't done yet, and how the recent price drop might spark a sell-off. He also discusses Ethereum and why he believes it will suffer more than Bitcoin in the current bear market. Keep watching to the conclusion of this video, where Gareth Soloway thinks the Bitcoin market will bottom out in 2022. Do comment down below what you think. Hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoy the content we do here on this channel. With no further ado, let's head straight at Gareth Soloway's Bitcoin price prediction.
So here we have the charts. And one of the cool things that I loved about the recent move down. So number one is markets tend to always want to flush out below where people think it's going to go. So everyone was talking 20,000. I was talking 20,000 when I was the unpopular one in the room. I had to go stand in the corner and hang my head in shame when we were at 69,000. But it did come down there. As it came down, more and more people started to say 20,000 is the spot. That's going to be the low. So what happened? We saw it get down close to 20,000, and then it bounced a little bit. It kind of held above, and that was all those people buying in. In addition, a lot of people put stops just below 20,000 because the thought process was if it breaks 20, it's going to 15 or 10 or wherever it's going to go. The markets work like they want to take everyone out and fake everyone out. So they took out the people that bought above 20,000. They took out the stops below. And then we got this beautiful bottom, which just so happened to be a measured move. And what I mean by measured move is if you take this last move down, this vertical drop on the Terra Luna collapse and the UST collapse, that distance was replicated by this distance right here. And it was all to the penny, right? So this is about $14,000 drop. This is 14,000. So you got the even number pierce. In addition, you got that beautiful measured move.
Bitcoin hasn't surpassed 50,000 since December 25th, 2021. Despite the ups and downs, Bitcoin's price has dropped over 70% since its all-time high of above 68,000 on November 10th, hampered by increasing inflation, a sluggish job market recovery, and the Fed's persistent signs that it will begin winding down emergency measures to support the economy. Investors and executives have been closely monitoring the price of Bitcoin in recent days, fearing that a drop below 20,000 will result in forced liquidations of large leveraged bets in the markets, putting additional pressure on the price and exacerbating the credit crunch that has already hit large crypto lenders and traders.
And then just something else that's kind of cool that I just discovered recently, if you want to do this, right? So take this low here from 2020, which was kind of the COVID low, take it to the current lows here and extend a parallel up and look at what you get. You get the perfect parallels from the highs of April of 2021 and November of 2021. So what this tells me is that you've now washed out a lot of the weak hands, and at least we can now bounce significantly. My guess is short term, you're going to get back here to this kind of level right here. This is around 25. And if we're really lucky, maybe we can test this 30,000 level right here. So yes, I am a bull right now. Again, I never like the perma bear that name because I'm more about the charts, right? If the charts are saying it's going down, I'm going to look that way. When the charts turn around and they say, hey, we're going to bounce or we're going to put in a major low, I'm ready to be on the long side.
Continued uncertainty over the country's protracted fight against COVID-19 and new regulatory moves by the U.S. government, especially President Biden's recent order. It doesn't take too much to cause large price fluctuations in an industry as new and untested as cryptocurrencies. More broadly, new short-term investors dumping their holdings in response to the current drop may be contributing to the decline in Bitcoin's value.
Yeah, so I'm in that camp as well. I think the next 6 months could be rough. Maybe the next 3 months. I do again think we're still going down to 12,000 at minimum.
This is hardly Bitcoin's first price fluctuation. In 2018, a sell-off dubbed as the crypto winter reduced the price from 14,000 at the start of the year to less than 3,000 by the end of the year. It fought its way back to 9,000 by February 2020 before taking off during the epidemic.
So, and Sheldon kind of alluded to it so number one, it bothers me that the stock market hasn't bottomed out yet, right? So we're not even back to pre-COVID highs before all this money got injected into the NASDAQ. Apple hasn't corrected down to the levels we need to. So we always have to remember that at least at this period in time, Bitcoin trades with the NASDAQ, right? It's a risk on, risk off asset. So it bothers me a little that the NASDAQ hasn't bottomed out yet. Even though I do think the NASDAQ's due for a bounce here as well, which coincides with Bitcoin's bounce. But the other factors are this, right? So if you look at this, and we just talked about this measured move, right? 14,000 down, 14,000 down. Well, now do another measured move from 69 down to 33. And if you do a measured move from that same highest pivot, you actually get 12,000. So
despite decreasing dramatically from its most recent all-time high, Gareth Soloway believes that Bitcoin's price will eventually surge beyond the $25,000 and $30,000 range, describing it as a matter of when, not if. Shortly after Bitcoin's most recent all-time high in November, Ethereum set a new all-time high when its price surpassed $4,850, following the recent peak. Ethereum has seen similar volatility.
Yeah, and then that's also right, and that's also this area right here, which is major support right here. And then in addition, remember that in winters, in crypto winters, Bitcoin generally corrects 80 to 85%. Well, if you take 69,000 and factor in the 80 to 85% correction or drop, it actually gives you right around 12,000, basically between 10 and 13. So there's multiple confluences of levels around 12. But I want to say this, there's no guarantees, and Sheldon will tell you this. Trading and technical trading, it gives you probabilities, no guarantees. So I actually started a hodl position, and this might be groundbreaking news, but at 19, I actually started to inch in.
So far this week, the price of Bitcoin has ranged between 19,000 and 22,000. Let's hear if Gareth Soloway has anything to say about this.
So I agree with you. I don't think we saw the all-out capitulation volume, which is kind of why I still think we're headed to 12,000-ish, give or take. But again, as an investor in a bear market, you got to be able to play to make money. We have to be able to play these bounces, right? So like a bounce from 17 to 30 is a percentage-wise massive move. Now I'm long. I probably do take some off the table around 25 to protect myself, but I'll let a little run towards 30 just in case.
Bitcoin has lost more than 70% of its value from its high last autumn, as investors flee more speculative assets while central banks tighten monetary policy throughout the world. From a height of $3.2 trillion, the total value of the cryptocurrency has fallen below $1 trillion. Ether has also fallen below 1,000, bringing its year-to-date losses to more than 70%. Taking the long-term rise into consideration, would the Bitcoin prices plunge down to 12,000? Comment down below your thoughts, and don't forget to like and subscribe. This is The Daily Crypto. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.